I'm going to show you exactly how to spot warning signs from a low-value woman. Sign number 1. She thrives on drama and chaos. Some women can't breathe unless there's tension in the air. For her, peace doesn't feel safe. It feels empty. You'll notice it in how she creates storms in still waters. A calm weekend becomes an argument about something you said 3 months ago. A simple dinner with friends turns into a cold war because of a look you supposedly gave someone. Think about it. Have you ever had a great day suddenly derailed by an urgent crisis that, in retrospect, wasn't urgent at all? That's not a coincidence. That's someone who needs chaos to feel alive. The hard truth? Drama isn't passion, it's dysfunctional. A high-value woman values clarity over confusion and connection over conflict. She brings peace to your life, not constant tests to prove your loyalty. Next time chaos erupts from nowhere, pause. Don't react immediately. Simply ask, is this a pattern? Does calm seem to make her uncomfortable? If yes, that's your first red flag. But here's where it gets interesting. Drama doesn't just reveal her values, it reveals yours. Are you addicted to roller coasters too? Have you mistaken drama for depth? Because when you're honest with yourself, sometimes we stay in these situations because a part of us believes love should be difficult. Sign number 2, she's addicted to validation. You could give her all your attention, all your admiration, all your support, and it would never be enough. Why? Because she doesn't need your love. She needs applause. You'll see it in how she presents herself to the world versus how she presents herself to you. Social media becomes her stage. Every photo is calculated. Every caption is designed to provoke curiosity or compliments. Just posting because I like this picture rarely tells the full story. When you express discomfort, she'll flip the script. You're too insecure. You're too controlling. But your gut knows the truth. It's not about sharing life. It's about seeking approval from anyone and everyone watching. A high-value woman doesn't measure her worth in likes and comments. She measures it in character and contribution. She doesn't need the world's eyes because she knows her value isn't determined by public opinion. Pay attention to how she handles private wins versus public ones. Does she call you first with good news, or does she post it immediately for strangers to validate? Your answer tells you everything. Remember this, you cannot fill a cup that leaks from the bottom. If she's constantly seeking validation externally, no amount of love from you will ever make her feel secure. Sign number 3, she has zero accountability. Watch closely for this one. Does she own her mistakes, or does she collect excuses like trophies? The boss is toxic, the friend is jealous, the waiter had an attitude, the universe is conspiring against her. Everyone and everything is at fault except her. This isn't just annoying, it's dangerous, because a woman who can't face her own reflection will eventually make you her mirror. Every time something breaks, she'll say, "You dropped it." Every time something fails, she'll find a way to blame you. And the most insidious part, you'll start to believe her. You'll apologize for things you didn't do. You'll walk on eggshells to avoid being her next excuse. Your reality will slowly bend to accommodate her fiction. A high-value woman owns her mistakes. She sees them as lessons, not threats to her identity. She doesn't shift blame. She shoulders it, learns from it, and grows. The next time something goes wrong, watch her first reaction. Does she immediately look outward for blame or inward for responsibility? That moment of truth will tell you more than her words ever could. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it." Simple principles that reveal character in complex situations. Sign number 4, she uses emotional manipulation to control you. This sign is subtle but devastating. She doesn't have to raise her voice to get what she wants. She doesn't have to make demands. She simply has to make you feel guilty for having boundaries. The silent treatment after you make plans with friends. The subtle sigh when you mention spending money on your hobbies. The "it's fine" that clearly means anything but fine. These aren't communication styles. They're control tactics. You find yourself canceling plans, changing behavior, and walking on emotional eggshells just to avoid that cold shift in energy. And each time you give in, You reinforce the pattern. Guilt works on you. A high-value woman communicates directly. If she's hurt, she tells you why. If she needs something, she asks for it. She builds connection through clarity, not confusion. When you feel that familiar guilt creeping in, pause and ask yourself, am I responding to what she said or what she implied? Am I making this decision from love or from fear? Your honest answer will guide you. Remember that your peace isn't negotiable. It's not something you should have to fight for in a relationship. It's something you choose by who you allow close to you. Sign number 5, she has no long-term vision. A high-value woman thinks in decades. She has plans, goals, growth trajectories. She understands that meaningful lives and relationships aren't built on impulse, but on consistent, deliberate choices. Her opposite lives like tomorrow doesn't exist. She's all about immediate gratification, maxed out credit cards, but the newest phone, complaining about money, but mocking the idea of saving, constantly switching jobs, but never building a career. At first, this seems fun, spontaneous, living in the moment. But eventually, you realize there's no foundation under the excitement. And here's what affects you. If she can't lead herself toward a future, she can't build one with you. You'll become the plan, the backup, the financial cushion for her chaos. Ask about her 5-year vision, not in an interview way, but in a conversation about hopes and dreams. Listen not just to what she says, but how she says it. Is there substance behind the dreams? Are there steps she's taking now that align with that future? Because a relationship needs alignment of purpose and values. Love without structure collapses under the weight of real life. Sign number 6, she doesn't respect masculinity, she competes with it. A woman who truly values herself knows how to value the strength of a man. She doesn't see your confidence as a threat. She sees it as grounding, as leadership, as protection. But some women aren't looking for a partner. They're looking for a power struggle. Not to complement, but to compete. Not to dance, but to dominate. You'll know it when your every decision is questioned. When your leadership is labeled controlling. When your masculine traits are treated as toxic rather than necessary. And slowly, you'll start to shrink. You'll soften your voice, doubt your judgment, second-guess your instincts, all to keep the peace with someone who sees your strength as her weakness. A Stoic man understands that true masculinity isn't about domination, it's about direction. It brings structure to chaos, purpose to passion, and safety to vulnerability. You weren't made to apologize for being a man. You were made to lead with honor. Pay attention to how she responds when you take charge in appropriate situations. Does she support your leadership or undermine it? Is she complementing your strengths or constantly challenging them? The answer shows whether she wants a partner or a power struggle. Because a real relationship isn't a tug of war. It's two people pulling in the same direction. Protect your peace, protect your future. These 6 signs aren't just random traits. They're patterns that reveal values. And values determine everything in life, especially who deserves your time, your energy, and your commitment. The Stoics taught us that we can't control others, but we can control who we allow into our inner circle. We can control what we tolerate and what we walk away from. So I'll leave you with this question. Are you choosing relationships based on how they look or how they feel? Are you picking partners based on their appearance in your life or their impact on your peace? Because a high-value man doesn't just focus on finding the right person. He focuses on being the right person, centered, purposeful, and unwilling to compromise his essence for temporary comfort. Your time is limited, your energy is precious, your peace is priceless. Guard them accordingly. If this message resonated, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights that sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. Drop a comment below if you're committed to never settling for chaos disguised as love. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and never forget that you deserve someone who adds to your life, not someone who subtracts from your soul.